Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Kirby Superstar. Last time we started Dynablade. In this episode, we're gonna finish off Dynablade. We have the suplex power. So suplex is actually, I may have brought some last episode. I haven't recorded in a while. It's a pretty cool power, but we're actually gonna give it to our partner known as Bugsy. Bugsy. Huh. And I've noticed Nintendo has a thing for the name Bugsy. Obviously, there's this Bugsy. There's Bugsy from Pokemon Gen 2, and I feel like there's another Bugsy who I can't think of at the moment. I still remember when I learned that Bugsy is actually a boy and not a girl. It was the most confusing moments, one of the most confusing moments in my life. I'm not gonna get in that topic, because I feel like I'm gonna anger someone, but yeah, it's shocking to me. This Bugsy is basically, he's kind of neat, but we're gonna go with a hammer for a power, because hammers are much better than cutter, in my opinion. I wish Hammer gave you like a little hat to wear instead of just like a hammer. I like when Kirby gets a hat. I don't know why, it's just one of those things I really enjoy. But with Hammer, we can actually take a little secret pathway. Instead of going all the way up the mountain in the slow way, we can actually take this, these cannons I mean, and we get a free 1-up up there whenever we get to it. Like, we don't have enough 1-ups. We have 19 1-ups. It's not like I'm gonna get a game over in Kirby Superstar. I'd honest to God argue this is one of the easiest Kirby games I've ever played, and I've played Epic Yarn. I still like Epic Yarn, but Epic Yarn's probably the easiest just because you can't die. But if you are going for like 100% trying to get like not max, but if you're trying to get like the highest rank in that game, it can be kind of difficult. I will admit. See, Epic Yarn's weird for me. Not weird, but it's just an interesting thing. So when I LP'd it, that was the first time I actually played through the game. I did a blind LP, of that. I wouldn't recommend watching it. It is aged poorly. Just being honest on that. But I actually have gone back and played it since then, and I still like the game a lot. And it's one of those things like, I thought I wouldn't enjoy it as much, but I still really like it a lot. It's definitely, like I said, I'm not a huge Kirby fan. I like the series a lot, but I just haven't played all the games just because I just have other things to do in life. Shocking, I know. But it's definitely one of my favorite Kirby games, I have to say. I really enjoyed it. And Bugsy just took a lot of... I don't know what this is supposed to be. I'm assuming it's magma. It looks like magma lava-esque. Not ek. But yeah, I definitely like it a lot. We're gonna give him fire. That's Burning Leo. That's a pretty cool name. That actually kind of sounds like a wrestler name. Like, I don't know. Burning Leo. That or like a superhero. Burning Leo for a superhero name would actually be pretty cool, I have to say. I like it a lot. I will say, I also really like the music for this part of the game a lot. I think Kirby Superstar has a good soundtrack, but I have a thing with Kirby music. Well, I do like it, and I'm gonna piss someone off super hard by saying this. I am not, while I like the music, Kirby music is one of those things that, like, I like, but it's not something I go out of my way to listen to. There are particular songs I do go out and listen to, like Gourmet Race I really love, and King Dedede's theme, and the Halberd, or Midnight's Halberd, or Midnight theme, or the Halberd theme, whatever. I do like, but I find a lot of Kirby music kind of, I don't want to say forgettable, but it's not something I want to go out of my way to listen to, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I am the type of person who, I'm like a Sonic music guy. Like, if I'm going to have video game music on in the background, one of my main things I go to is usually the Sonic Adventure soundtrack. I don't know why, it just gets me through the night when working on homework, but yeah. Yeah, if I had a recommendation, I would get right up on that guy and then just use Ice. Ice isn't a bad power-up. I do like our snowman partner here, Chili, but design-wise, he's probably one of my favorites next to Poppy Brothers Jr. But I don't like using Ice much in these games. I don't know why. I've never been a big Ice guy in Kirby, so yeah. And of course, the one time I get a random one, I get Sleep. Thank God there are no enemies nearby, or I would have died, and that's the crappy part. Sleep, as I've probably mentioned before, I hope, It is the most useless power-up in all of Kirby. Basically, as you saw there, you just sleep. I would understand the appeal to sleep if it was like an auto-heal, but maybe it'd be too easy. I guess some of the things they don't want you to spam it, like trying to get randoms, because you can get sleep, and it'll be like, oh, you don't want to do this because you can potentially get sleep. And I guess that's the thing. I don't know. Sleep just sucks. But this is our final level of this mode, and we're obviously going to be fighting or facing off against Dynablade. I actually really love Dynablade's design before we get to it. But yeah, you can choose a power-up here. I usually go with Beam or Sword, but I think I go with Cutter. Yeah, I go with Cutter. Cutter is really good for Dynablade, but the best thing for Dynablade is for sure Suplex, because with Suplex you can beat Dynablade in 2 attacks. All you have to do is get a star and throw it at Dynablade 2 times, and you can beat him. Also with Jet Kirby, you can use like Rocket Dive for one of the stars and hit Dynablade with it as well, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, Dynablade's, I love the design. I love the multicolored bird thing. That's just really cool. Big fan. I lost my star, so I gave it to the helper. The good thing about the helpers is even when they, like... See, they can take hits for you and still do attacks, which is really helpful. And when they die, you can just catch them, eat them, and then shoot them back out, and just repeat the process. It's really cool and helpful. But Dynablade's beat, no worries, for the rest of your days. And with that, Dynablade has been defeated. The to be continued will be safe for a later portion of this LP. I do like Dynablade. It's a pretty fun mode. Definitely one of my favorites, but I wouldn't say it's like in my top, like... It's not like my top mode, personally. We won't get to the top mode for a few more. It's actually funny the Revenge of Midnight just showed up because it's actually my favorite, but we'll get to that in a later part. So, yeah, it's time for Gourmet Race. Obviously, this is one of the most well-known Kirby songs we're about to hear. I really love Gourmet Race a lot. But first, I want to talk about the story. We saw that cutscene there, so let me explain. Kirby is seen floating up a steep mountainside, referred to as Gourmet World in Kirby SuperStar, but unnamed. There you go. I can't read my own notes. In Kirby SuperStar Ultra. In search of food, basically. Obviously, that's what Kirby always does. He wants food. He manages to reach the top. I can't talk. But as Kirby's getting up there, King Dedede shows up, and he's like, "Got a claw with that Kirby," and then he challenges Kirby to a race. But as I mentioned before, Gourmet Race, one of my favorite Kirby songs ever, and it appears in a ton of Kirby games in Smash Brothers. And speaking of Smash Brothers, Gourmet Race is actually a sub-area in World of Light. Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't know how to really explain the rest of it. So, basically, Gourmet Race, you were just racing King Dedede across this little track to get the most food and reach the finish line first. The main thing you want to do, reaching the finish line first definitely helps, but make sure you get more food than him. This mode's not very hard. I do a very piss-poor run of it, though, in this recording, I will admit. There actually are 3 tracks, as I kind of mentioned before, and they, funny enough, they are actually referenced to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or they could be a 3-course meal, kind of the same thing. Yeah, I like it a lot. This game actually, Gourmet Race, kind of inspires a sub-game in Kirby Canvas Curse, known as Kart Run. It's basically Kirby and King Dedede are in carts, and you're just kind of moving around racing, and that's about it, so, yeah. I haven't played Canvas Curse. I don't really have interest in, like, those games. Canvas Curse and, I can't think of the name of the other one, are very nice looking games, though. God, I forgot how good Gourmet Race is. Definitely the Smash Brothers Brawl version of Gourmet Race is probably my favorite. Not probably, it is my favorite. I love Gourmet Race. I just sat there and said, I'm not big on Kirby music, but I love Gourmet Race. It's definitely one of my favorite Kirby tracks. King Dedede's theme is #1 always, but Gourmet Race is definitely up there. I'm pretty sure Brawls is the rockish version. If it is, that's the one I love the most. It's either Melee or Brawl. I love that version of the song a lot. It's so good. But yeah, this Gourmet Race isn't hard. It's just like a little sub mini-game type of mode. I do like it, but it's not something I go back and play. I don't know if you can do multiplayer with this. If you could play, plug a controller and be Dedede as well, that would be pretty awesome, I have to say. But, yeah. I love Dedede's reaction, because we just spanked him in this race. Pretty fun. Gourmet Race, it's a neat little mode, but it's not something I really come back to a lot. But the main thing, Gourmet Race, the most important thing is it gave us the Gourmet Race theme, and that's what matters most. So I have to love it just for that. So, yeah. So join me next time as we head into my least favorite mode, the Great Cave Offensive. See you guys next time.